Well, good Tuesday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Johnny Lively for our Tuesday morning update with not much going on this morning on our Tamco Live Doppler radar. Thank you all for joining us this morning. All of this is sponsored by HB Neal Construction, and you can see not much going on the Tamco Live Doppler radar this morning. A little bit of radar noise over there towards Houston, but if we actually kind of zoom out and just look little bit offshore, you can find some showers. It's been a little while since we've seen there's some rain, but we see some showers kind of streaming in from the Lake Jackson region. We might see a little of this move into the Galveston and Bolivar Peninsula, but a lot of this is mainly towards Angleton and the Lake Jackson region. We'll continue to keep watching this later this morning and as we get into the afternoon, but another mostly dry day today with 10 to maybe up to 20% coverage. Looks like the best could be over there towards the Lake Jackson and parts of Houston area, but we'll keep watching. Satellite and radar sponsored by Tamco Hailguard beyond Class 4, showing us the mid to upper levels still pretty dry, but we're slowly start transitioning into a little bit more favorable environment for some showers, especially by the time we get into Wednesday and Thursday tomorrow. But we'll start seeing kind of that change a little bit today. You can see a little bit of those showers moving into Lake Jackson. Still pretty dry in the middle to upper levels, but we are kind of slowly, again, transitioning to a little bit better favorable environment. Very warm and muggy, but this is what we feel this time of year as we kind of close the door for June and open up into July. When's July 1st? Tomorrow? Yeah, so this is last day of June. It's into the middle to upper 70s all across the board in the I-10 corridor down towards the coast. You're already getting to that low 80 mark, 82 at Bolivar Peninsula, 82 at Sabine Pass, and 84, almost 85 over there at Holly Beach this morning. Thanks again to our sponsor of Silsby Ford. Get you one. Go check out their Facebook page. They have a lot of good lineups going on. You need to go get you a good vehicle over there at Silsby. Construction outdoor forecast for today. Again, this is going to be a mostly dry day today. I think that a good portion of our region, we're not going to have any issues. But again, like League City, Lake Jackson, Angleton, you could see that 10 to possibly up to 20% coverage. I think today is really kind of the last day we see isolated chance for rain. And then as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and kind of continue it off and on through the weekend, this is when we start seeing the potential for some rain. Now, this is not going to be raining all day, every single day. We're just saying that the window of opportunity is there for some rain starting up tomorrow on Wednesday. But the biggest thing is we're still going to be hot and humid every single day, just showing what we can deal with today on Tuesday. Mostly dry, hot conditions, heat index 100 to 106 degrees. Definitely stay cool. Your only relief for the heat is just a very isolated shower or storm. Gulf remains quiet. It looks to remain quiet the next 7 to 10 days. We still have this area we're monitoring. This old cold front continues to move well offshore on the East Coast. We'll see if this does anything. I think the biggest thing is we're going to see some moisture move into portions of the East Coast and parts of Florida. But this also will move into, I guess you could say, the northern Gulf Coast the next couple of days. This is just mainly helping the chance for some rain in parts of the Deep South and on the East Coast. I don't expect much of anything from this. Neither does the National Hurricane Center. Low chance this develops. Gulf remains very quiet. You see that the high pressure ridge continues to slowly move out of our region. It is sneaking over there towards the Ohio Valley. That means we're slowly kind of getting a little bit more favorable conditions. Flow is also coming out of the south, but we're also going to see the flow start coming out of the east as well too, thanks to Switch Electric. So that just means by the time we get into Wednesday, that's when we start seeing that 30 to 40% coverage. Moisture, heat of the day, you look into our area and start seeing the chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. We do that Wednesday, Thursday, a little bit on Friday, and as we get into 4th of July on Saturday, I think the chance of rain is mainly going to be today, or mainly be during the day. I'm sorry, that didn't make much sense there, but let's look at the Futurecast for today, sponsored by Do Good Credit Union. Again, we just show that there is a chance for some, let me move out of the way, that there's a chance for some of these showers and a little bit of storms. Again, the coverage is low, maybe up to 10 to 20% coverage, but we could see this going into Angleton and Lake Jackson and the Galveston region, but again, today is mostly hot and dry. Now let's get into Wednesday, because off towards the east is where we're going to start seeing some of that flow come in. So as we get into Wednesday late morning, mainly into the afternoon hours, you can see the coverage of rain definitely picks up from the east. Get out your handy dandy radar. You will see storms coming in from the Lafayette, New Iberia region, moving towards Lake Charles, and eventually getting to the Texas and Louisiana border as we get into the afternoon. 30 to 40% coverage is expected Wednesday, and then what you're seeing right now is kind of a rinse and repeat of what we will see once again as we get into Thursday. But notice Wednesday evening and Wednesday night, all of that kind of dies down. And that's kind of what we're going to see Wednesday into the weekend. A lot of the activity is mainly during the day. You get the daytime heating, get the moisture. That's when you have the best chance of rain. So here we are with the rainfall outlook, again, sponsored by Do Good Credit Union. This is our last day of, I guess, really a low chance for some showers. And then as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, that 30 to 40% coverage kind of hangs around really throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend. The 250th birthday of Independence Day is this Saturday. We want to have some big plans. I think the chance of rain is mainly, again, during the day, heat of the day, and the moisture. That's mainly going to be during the afternoon hours. And by the time we get into the night and evening, shouldn't have any problems at all for 4th of July weekend coming up. Here we are with our afternoon high temperatures, low to mid-90s. Again, heat index 100 to 106, upper 80s down there towards the coast. Your only relief from the heat is probably going to be better chance over there towards Houston and Lake Jackson with that 10 to 20% coverage. And then overnight tonight is warm, muggy, and humid. What we see this time of year. We're closing out the month of June. We've got middle to upper 70s all across the board with several areas staying into the low 80s. And then here we are for our 7-day forecast for Southeast Texas. Last day for really low potential for rain. And it looks pretty active the next 5 to 7 days. We're just saying there's a window of opportunity for 30 to 40% coverage kind of off and on at least through the weekend into early next week. 4th of July Saturday does not look bad. It looks to be mostly during the day. And as we get into the evening time hours, we get to celebrate the 250th anniversary or birthday, I guess we could say, of independence. Here we are looking at our forecast, maybe about a 10 to 20% coverage for a stray shower. Not going to be to disrupt anything going on. Again, it will be warm and humid, but other than that, have a safe and fun 4th of July Saturday. Here's our 7-day forecast for Southwest Louisiana. 10% coverage today, and then we start jumping up to 30 to 40% coverage Wednesday, and that continues off and on the rest of the week and into the weekend. No, it's not going to get very wet. We're just showing that the window of opportunity for some scattered showers and thunderstorms is there. And if we even look at the rainfall outlook, I don't see the rainfall totals being very bad. I really don't. I would say some isolated areas here and there, we might get up to an inch or two, but doesn't look like anything too major. I know since mid-May, we've had lots of rain off and on, so when we show this type of forecast, everybody's like, oh, man, it's going to be very wet. No, we're just having the chance for some isolated to scattered showers and storms off and on Wednesday through the weekend. Again, isolated areas can get up to 1 to 2 inches of rain. Majority of us, it's not going to be that bad. Y'all have a good rest of your week or rest of your Tuesday. Thanks again for tuning in to the Tuesday Morning Show. If you have not yet, please go download our free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. It keeps you updated with all the watches and the warnings that you need. With 4th of July this Saturday, you probably got lots of plans kind of putting together. This app will let you know what's going on day by day and hour by hour. Again, thanks for tuning in to the Tuesday Morning Show. We'll have more updates throughout the day today on Facebook, YouTube, and on our free app. Lucas will have our 7-day video or 7-day forecast updated later this afternoon, and then our evening video later this evening. See y'all tomorrow morning on the Wednesday Morning Show. Y'all have a good Tuesday. Stay cool.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play and stay connected no matter where you are.